Check out this little unicorn Valentine. Let me show you how to make it. Here are the supplies that you will need. A hot glue gun, we'll be using that later on. Some kind of marking tools, such as a marker. We'll need scissors, tin foil. We will need some yarn, pre-cut yarn, and I'll show you how to do that. A tracer, and I just made my tracer ahead of time. A piece of paper, this is 6 by 6, and a sucker. I'm using a dum-dum. All right, so I have my tracer here, and I've experimented a couple of times. You're going to notice that it's on a fold, and that's what we're going to create right now. So on our 6 by 6 inch piece of paper, we're going to fold that directly into a triangle. It should be pretty perfect, but as you can see, it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. I like to have a tracer that can fold or go right onto the fold. So what I'm doing is this part is the fold, this is the opening. I'm going to place this right on top. And then with my scissors, I'm going to cut around here. Now if you prefer, you could go ahead and draw it first with a pencil. But I'm just skipping that step and going right into the cutting. And for the decorations for this unicorn, I like to put a little swoosh and add some little curved lines on top to make it look like eyelashes. On the head, I also include a little mouth, make it a little happy one. And I forgot to mention this supply earlier, but I'm using an ink pad, and I'm taking my finger, pressing it into the ink pad a couple times, and then go ahead and press it right onto my unicorn to give it a little cute cheek. To create the right length for the yarn, I have that all pre-cut, and what I did was I took my two fingers, kind of separated them a little bit, and wrapped it around and around. Then I take my scissors and put it inside that hole that I've created, and then I took these pieces, held them by their ends because this is just a little bit too long, and placed my scissors right inside again. And now I have a bunch of pieces that are about the right length. Now I'm going to open up that unicorn head, and along where the mane is going to be, I'm going to put a bead of glue. A bead just means a line. And then go ahead and place down some of these cute little yarn pieces. I'm being careful not to touch the glue, but I have that protection of the yarn in between. Now everything isn't glued down super tight yet because I need to add a little bit of glue on the other side. So this time I'm going up here on the ear and then following down along the mane, like that. And then I'll close that up. Now that I have the mane glued in, I'm gonna go ahead and use my sucker to go right up through the head, like so, and then I'm gonna keep it in place by adding a little bit of glue down here with my hot glue gun. So a little line here, a little line here. There we go. And then I'll press that together with my fingers, allowing that to cool just a little bit, enough to make it stay in place. Okay, now the last thing that we're going to do is use this tin foil, fold this up, and I like to even twist it a little bit, and then go ahead and grab the end of the sucker. And you can use the hot glue if you'd like to, but I found that you don't really need to. We're gonna wrap that around to make it look more like a unicorn horn. One thing that you can do is personalize it by adding a tag on your unicorn, and then be proud to present this at your Valentine's Day party.